And if you're a coffee like all of us, savor the cups that you pour. Prices may rise very soon due to an extreme drought in Brazil and a crop disease known as coffee rust. Fox UP's Kelsey Niemestow has more.
Ben, I'm told coffee prices, like for big corporations, are going to be rising immensely, and such as Smucker's, and they'll most likely be raising their prices in the next few weeks due to the high demand yet declining supply of coffee beans. However, I did talk to a few local coffee roasters who say the pricing will not affect them.
The coffee rust has not affected me, and there's some question about how much it's going to affect me. Those people harvested their crops 2 months ago. Their crops were in. We won't see this problem until next year. Right now, it's all speculation.
Theo McCracken says he buys his coffee beans fresh from a variety of brokers and usually buys a few months' supply at a time. He says the drought affecting Brazil's coffee crop and the coffee rust disease hitting Central American crops won't affect him at all for that very reason. In fact, McCracken says his coffee shop won't feel the effects for at least another year, if at all.
Sitting in warehouses is Brazilian coffee. More Brazilian coffee than we need for this year.
Coffee rust, a coffee bean crop disease, is a fungus that occurs on the leaves of the coffee plant, affecting its growth in Central America. And in Brazil, a severe drought has destroyed much of their crop. Kevin McMinn owns a home roaster and sells or gives his coffee superior roasts to family and friends. He says his roasts will not be affected either.
People come to me and they say they want some coffee, and so I just roast it up for them, and in very, very small amounts. So as far as for the coffee prices go and the drought and that, it doesn't really affect me that much because my volumes are so low.
According to the International Coffee Organization, wholesale coffee prices are up more than 60% since January, from $1.25 per pound of bulk Arabica beans to $1.85 this week. But McCracken still isn't worried.
3 years ago, the price of coffee hit $3 a pound, and I raised my prices. Since then, it's dropped, and it's risen, and it's dropped, and it's risen, and I haven't changed my prices.
Many coffee roasters like McMinn and McCracken buy their beans well in advance of roasting, so it makes sense that many roasters will not feel the effects of the drought and coffee rust for a while. For now, they're waiting to just see how much coffee Brazil will produce this year and whether the trees have been so badly damaged that next year's harvest also will be compromised. They say this will become clearer when the main harvest gets underway next month. Ben?
And it seems to me like a lot of these local coffee roasters won't be feeling necessarily the effects that some of these big companies and manufacturers will be feeling, correct?
Right. The big producers like Folgers and Procter & Gamble, Smucker's, they all get theirs fresh and they grind it up right away, and they keep it coming, whereas the local roasters buy so much in advance that it'll last them the whole year.
All right. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thanks.